You got no proof to take back home.
Welcome to the digital gold rush of the is Crypto Rush.
I am Baseball, the logo of the world-famous YouTube channel Crypto Rush. It is I who holds the power you seek. Call upon me when you need, and I shall answer your call.
By the power of Grayskull.
That was fun. Hey you guys, welcome back to another Crypto Rush. On today's video, we are going to be discussing Cardano. Now I'm going to try to break it down in the most simplified language so that we can all understand it. It can get pretty technical. If this is your first time here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I want to thank all of my supporters who hit that like button out there. You're really helping this channel grow. Now let's go ahead and jump right into it with Cardano. Woohoo! Now, of course, when you're doing research on any type of cryptocurrency, you really want to know where it came from. You know, who was the founder? What is the development team behind the project? And in the case of Cardano, Charles Hoskinson is the man. Now, Charles Hoskinson comes across as a very intelligent individual. He's out of Colorado. He went to the Metropolitan State University of Denver and the University of Colorado at Boulder. He is a mathematician. He started out, I believe, in cryptography or in cryptocurrencies, working on BitShares with Dan Lammer, you know, the guy behind EOS, and had a little bit of a falling out there. Then he was involved in Ethereum. He was a co-founder of Ethereum, so he has a lot of knowledge, a lot of behind the scenes of other projects and how they work. And then finally ended up as the chief executive officer, founder of IOHK, which stands for Input Output Hong Kong. Now this is the development team behind Cardano. So definitely if you want to know more about Cardano, you got to look up on YouTube Charles Hoskinson or any other one-on interviews with other YouTubers. He has so much information to give, and I guarantee once you sit through one of these videos, you will be adding Cardano to your portfolio because it has so many promises. It looks like it's going to be a great project. So go ahead and check that out. Now, let's take a look at what makes Cardano unique. First off, the white paper. Now, it's built around a peer-reviewed papers, making sure experts from around the world get to read the papers. And out of all the blockchain technologies, Cardano is the very first blockchain-based platform that came from a research-driven approach and scientific philosophy. Instead of just a basic white paper, like all the other cryptocurrencies begin with, which, you know, clearly can be a bunch of promises or basically copied and pasted Tron. But in this case, it is white papers that are distributed to researchers, engineers, I'm sure colleges, professors, mathematicians that give their input, try to find out what is wrong, try to debunk any of the code, basically try to prove it wrong. And in the long run, it makes for a better project. Now, the team behind Cardano took this unique approach because they recognize that technology must be flexible, scalable, and secure if millions of users are able to take advantage of it. Now, because of this, the team put as much emphasis on scientific rigor when developing Cardano and ADA, which is Cardano's cryptocurrency, as they would with mission-critical systems in banking or the aerospace technologies. Now, another way that Cardano stands out is that it will balance out the needs of regulators and users while working in privacy and regulation. As such, Cardano should introduce a new type of regulated computing that allows for improved financial inclusion via its open access. Hey, alright, you did it. Sorry for the interruption, but I just wanted to congratulate you on having a larger than average attention span. You know, you're probably in that group that will finish the rest of the video. You're into educating yourself and expanding your overall knowledge in this crypto space. So congratulations, pat yourself on the back. don't forget to hit that like button. Now let's get back to Cardano. Now Cardano is a decentralized public blockchain and cryptocurrency project which is fully open sourced. Cardano is developing a smart contract platform which seeks to deliver more advanced features than any other protocol previously developed. It is the first blockchain platform to evolve out of a scientific philosophy and a research-first driven approach. And the development team consists of a large global collective of expert engineers and researchers. Okay, now let's move on to some of the more interesting aspects here of Cardano, starting with Daedalus. And you can find all this information here at the Cardano website itself. So let's go to learn more. Now this is probably one of the coolest logos I've come across. That's pretty sweet, like a bullhead. So it says it's the most advanced wallet for the most advanced cryptocurrency. Daedalus is a home to ADA, the cryptocurrency of the Cardano network. Daedalus is a highly engineered wallet with advanced security features, protecting your assets with the strongest cryptography yet developed. ADA, the most advanced cryptocurrency in the world. I mean, that's like their opinion, man. Daedalus is currently the only wallet that supports ADA, the cryptocurrency of the Cardano network, featuring one of the best proof-of-stake protocols ever invented. Use Daedalus to redeem ADA and secure your funds. So, I mean, there's a lot of information here you can go through. Anyways, to make it sound really good, I'm sure it is really good. So yeah, if you have Cardano and you want to store it safely, at least until, I don't know, hopefully it gets onto the Trezor or the Ledger Nano S, bring it here to the Daedalus wallet. Now let's go ahead and check out Ouroboros. Alright, so Ouroboros, the first provably secure proof of stake algorithm, peer-reviewed by academics. So let's go ahead and learn more. Okay, so if you don't know the difference between proof of work or proof of stake, you need to kind of do some research. I don't have time to explain it all in detail. Simplified version, proof of work means you have miners, computers actually handling the computations and using a lot of electricity. And proof of stake is essentially allowing your stake tokens to verify transactions. That's as simple as I can explain it. So Ouroboros does this in multiple layers in a way that I don't really understand myself. So I can't explain the ins and outs of it. Go ahead and do your own research, see how you think it works, but supposedly it's really secure, it's really safe, really cost effective. And if you'd like to learn more, check it out here at their website. They have a video that explains it in detail. So now on to the final segment of this video, transaction speed and scalability. Now, okay, transaction speeds. Really hard to find any definite information on this. I've come across Charles Hoskinson saying in interviews that transaction speed right now around 250 transactions per second. But he stated that it's not how fast it is, but how large it can grow with the community, which comes to scalability. And the baseline of the scalability issue here with Cardano is the more people using the platform, the faster Cardano can be. And he used BitTorrent as an example. So the more people who download Game of Thrones because it's popular, the faster it becomes, compared to if you try to download Pee-wee's Playhouse. So overall, I mean, that is what a cryptocurrency needs to be. It needs to grow with the community. Now, Cardano really has the advantage because it's still in the development stage. A lot of problems that they can witness through Ethereum or Bitcoin, and with their scalability issues that they can act on now here in the development of Cardano. Not saying that Ethereum or Bitcoin is not going to eventually take care of those issues. It's just harder to work on a moving machine. Now, I am a huge fan of Ethereum, and I believe that it's going to do extremely well, that these issues are going to be solved. But Cardano gets to come right out of the gate with these issues solved. Now, some other aspects of Cardano that are extremely important, cross-chain communication, able to transact with other blockchains, which is huge in this space and what needs to happen more often. So Cardano just recently partnered with, was it Metaps? Is that how you pronounce that? Metaps? I think it's Metaps Plus. It's a mobile payment platform. Really huge, really big news. So overall, I just really think that it's worth your time to research it, to look into investing in it. I am invested in Cardano. I'm also invested in EOS. I'm also invested in Ethereum, IOTA. I'm not a one cryptocurrency kind of guy. I see potential in all of them. I don't believe it's going to be one crypto that handles everything. I think it's going to be a collaboration of all these other different projects working together in this space to make it something amazing. So I have no problem with investing in all of them. Now, I'm not going to spread myself out so thin that I don't see any profits, but I want to be there to make sure that if one of them does take off and leaves everything else behind, at least I have a little bit of my investment in that project. So yes, I am in Cardano and all the other ones, and I'm not liking one. Well, maybe I do like one more than the other, and that's because it has maybe profits, and that's where I started, and that's Ethereum. And I have a lot of faith and hope that Ethereum is going to really control the space here in the short term. But as for the next 3, 5, 10 years, I really see projects like Cardano, these third generation cryptocurrencies, taking off and changing the space, just basically changing what it means to be a successful cryptocurrency. Now, I know that we're going to get into topics in the conversations. Hopefully you leave some comments. I really want to hear what you have to think. But I know you're going to want to compare it to Neo, compare it to Ethereum or EOS. So in comparison to Neo, what is different? I think it comes down to the programming language. Now, I know Neo can basically accept any type of programming language in the coding, or when you're wanting to build a dApp on it. And the coding for Cardano is Haskell, which might be more efficient since it is one strict protocol, one strict coding language. It just seems to me that it's something that you can verify, you can know the language, you can point out any faults that it has, compared to a mixture of all these other different coding languages that might have some bugs in them that you might need a little bit more in-depth research into each and every individual coding language. So having just one like Haskell seems to be a better option to me. Now you want to compare it to EOS. Really hard to compare it to EOS. I see EOS as an amazing project. I know that Dan and Charles have their little kind of like battle between each other here on who's going to come out on top. I just think that there's areas that EOS covers that maybe Cardano doesn't, and there's areas that Cardano covers that EOS doesn't. So it's going to be real interesting to see how these projects work. And like I said, I think they're going to be able to eventually work together, in this space. I think they're going to have their advantages and disadvantages, and that's what is going to make the overall cryptocurrency space be successful, because you have options. Competition drives success. So you want to compare it to Ethereum? Ethereum's running into issues, but it's paving the way. Ethereum is the reason why Cardano and projects like Cardano and EOS exist. Yes, they have issues. They are working on them, just like Cardano is working on theirs, and just like EOS is working on theirs. I believe that they're going to be successful in overcoming these issues. So anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Please leave your comments down below. I'm real curious to see what you have to say. If I left anything out, leave it in the comments. Let me know so other people who are checking out the video can be educated. So yeah, leave a like. Thank you for sticking with me throughout the whole video. Hit that bell notification so you don't miss the next one. I want to thank you for joining me on today's Crypto Rush, and I will catch you on the flip side.